treated addiction for decades. From your perspective, what's actually happening in the brain when someone breaks free, when that craving no longer controls them?
Well, their brain is getting healthy. That's what happens when the craving. I just had on the podcast was Julius Randle, who really struggled with marijuana addiction. And he doesn't struggle at all. He doesn't even think about it anymore. I think in large part because his brain is much healthier and he doesn't believe every stupid thing he thinks. He's also very goal-directed. I have all of my patients do an exercise called the one-page miracle on one piece of paper. What do you want? Relationships, work, money, physical, emotional, spiritual health. And as a high-level athlete, he's goal-driven, so he knows what he wants, and marijuana just doesn't fit any of them.
Right.
Plus, he wants to have a better brain because that's what makes him a great basketball player. It's his brain. He wants to be a good dad. What is that? It's my brain. And so I think it's getting your brain healthy. And the addiction treatment field, there's actually very little discussion about healthy brain, about let's look at it and get your brain healthy so you don't have to be controlled.
From your view, what's happening in the brain when someone reaches that higher level of peace or purpose?
So there's an interesting area of the brain. It's called the default mode network, mostly in the posterior cingulate in the back, top, middle part of the brain. And when that's too busy, you have a lot of negative chatter about yourself. And learning to calm that down, which we actually see in meditation,
For sure.
can cause transcendence. And psilocybin does it, although I'm not a huge fan, but it calms down that. EMDR does that. Prayer and meditation does that. And one technique I give to all of my patients is give your mind a name. It's you don't have to listen to the noise that your brain generates. And so I named my mind after my pet raccoon. So we both...
You have a raccoon?
We both grew up in Encino. When I was, so I guess it's 1970, I'm 16. I have a German Shepherd. I went to the pet store to get him a leash. And a little baby raccoon climbed up the back of my leg, up to my shoulders, started playing with my hair when I had hair. And I grabbed her. She was so cute. I bought her, took her home, got into lots of trouble. But I loved her. But she was a troublemaker. She TP'd my mom's bathroom, ate all the fish out of my sister's aquarium, would leave raccoon poo in my shoes. That's my name. And so I named my mind Hermie after the raccoon. And so I just don't have to listen to it. You know, I can choose if I want to listen to it, if I don't, or if she's really bothering me, I put her in a cage.
I get these little thoughts that are scary, right? Because nobody can scare me the way I can. And, you know, they're like clouds. They come and I go, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. And I've just learned that my thoughts are not facts, and they're just like clouds. They pass, right? And so I love the way you put it, because it's just people learn in different ways. They have to hear it in different ways. They have to see it in different ways. People are different.
I have so many crazy thoughts, and I just don't attach to them, because it's not the thoughts you have that make you suffer. It's the thoughts you attach to. So if a guy
That's very Buddhist, by the way.
I'm sorry?
That's a very Buddhist principle.
Well, it's also a very Christian principle. I'm working on a program for churches called the Amen Whole 4. And it's based on Romans chapter 12, verse 1 and 2. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you can test if it fits God's good, perfect, and pleasing will. And that thought... You know, I'll tell you this, and your audience will think I'm really crazy, but we have 2 dogs at home, and one of them loves me and one of them loves Tana. And the one that loves Tana, when she comes home, he's just so happy, he acts just insane. And one day, Terrace, that was his name, was in my office and hanging out with me. And I had the thought, if I killed Tana, Terrace would get really excited when I came home. And I'm like, no, I don't think I'm going to kill Tana. Right? I mean, it was just this crazy thought
Right.
that I just didn't have to attach to.
Right.
And I told Tana, and she's like, you know, if you say that out loud and I'm dead, they're going to think you did it.
Right.
We're out of time. Please subscribe on YouTube, click the thumbs up, and leave a comment. Please subscribe on Apple Podcast and Spotify and leave a rating and a review. And share the We're Out of Time podcast with others you know who will get value out of it. See you next Tuesday.